it's Kelly. How are you? The Frugal Fun Mum here in Adelaide, Australia. I want to welcome you to our channel, and to today's video I am super excited to be able to bring you some goodies that I have found recently at a couple of different op shops over a couple of different visits. I was planning on taking you with me, however we all know what the world is like outside right now, and so it's really hard to film without getting other people in there. Also, you've got a mask on, so it's really hard to hear because I tried to look back at some of the footage and it's just completely crazy. And there's music playing in the stores and I'm going to get a copyright strike if I put that in here. So I've taken a little bit of footage being around in the store, but then I'm going to show you physically the goodies that I have, so check it out. In Adelaide, we have quite a lot of op shops here, ranging from the bigger names of Salvos and Vinnie's and Save the Children to other smaller thrift stores of little churches and charities and independent sporting clubs and things like that, helping to raise money. We have a really big one here too called Savers the Recycle Super Centre, and we have two. There's one sort of south and one there's north. I think the one out north is a little bit bigger than the one down south. It feels that way when I walk in there. But they're great, and everything that you need is ever in there. I first saw Savers when we went to Victoria many years ago, and it is just like this massive warehouse, and you walk inside and there's signs all from the ceiling: footwear, clothing, homewares, books, etc, etc. So if you can't find what you're looking for, you're probably not looking hard enough. But these are my absolute favorite places to go because people have literally just decluttered their house and donated it. I have found just about anything I've ever needed in these stores. Last year I didn't shop as much with it being the pandemic and all the rest of it, but I lately have been able to go in for a couple of visits because I was looking for some very specific things, and so I was happy that I did find these things, and so I'd like to share my little haul with you today. The first thing I found, and this is from the Salvos, was this little cake tin. It is for Australians who would know a mold for jelly cakes. So they're like a lamington, and then you cut them and you put cream inside of them. So I've been looking one for ages. It's not quite the heavy cast iron that they normally are, but I'm hoping that it will still withstand enough and be good to be able to cook the cake. So I have been looking for one of these for well over 2 years, and so I'm happy to find it. It was $5, and I know that I'm going to get my use out of this one. Also from Savers, I got these stickers because I'm planning on doing some planners and some diaries and stuff like that for next year. So I've got two of these top ones and then two of these, so I figured these would be good for the top of the border pages. They were $1 each, so I'm super happy because I know in store these are like about $3 to $4 for the amount of stickers there are. So someone obviously cleaned out their cupboard and said that's it, so finders keepers. I'm happy that I now have them for my collection. The next thing I have is a couple of stacks of containers. I kind of got these before I cleaned out the kitchen, so I probably have a little bit now of an excess, but what it means is that I'm going to actually make sure that I do use it. I'll do a little bit of meal, bulk food cooking and freeze them, and then we have them here ready to go. One of these containers is easily $10 in a shop, so this one was $1.99, and it's perfect size for putting flat luncheon meats in. This is a Tupperware container and it was $2.99. This fits in the freezer. It's the whole purpose of it, and it is 700 mils. The next one we have is a 1 litre, I believe. Yes, 1 litre was $1.99. And then I have two $1.99 containers, and these are 900 mils. So these are great too to put meals in. The next thing I grabbed was the little kid in me asking for a treat, because I grabbed these pack of little ice block makers. It was $3.99, and they're from Decor, who are the same company that make these containers. So an excellent brand. You guys know I like to do a lot of baking and things like that with the markdown products that I have, so I'm looking forward to bringing you some fun creations that I can make. I have been seeing a whole lot of people declutter them recently because I know they can be a pain to clean, and no doubt I'll also get to that point. So I'm hoping that I will be a woman of my word and use them. Yeah, so we shall see. The next thing I grabbed, I have been looking for ages, and I got this pie or quiche tin. So I love it. It's a ceramic. I love the roses that are in there. Gorgeous display, and it was only $3.99. So I'm super happy with that. I think it would look really great as well with an apple pie in there, and for a photo as well, not gonna lie. So got it because it's aesthetically pleasing as well. So I'm excited to be able to cook something in this. And to help me make the apple pie, I got a bowl. I have been wanting one of these ceramic bowls for ages, and I can tell you that this bowl comes from Kmart. It has a pouring lip right here, and these bowls are $12 in Kmart. They might have been half price with the clearance and the Christmas stock that they had. When I saw this on the shelf at Salvos, there was no price on it at all. And I said to the lady, excuse me, how much is this? Fully expecting her to come back and say $6. I still would have grabbed it, but she came back with the sticker of $1.99. So I was like, thank you very much. So I think it would be perfect to be making some things in this. So stay tuned to see what yummy goodies I can make with this. The next thing I grabbed to organize the kitchen before I actually organized it, big plans and all that, and this thing just didn't make it in, so I'm either going to have to rearrange to put it in there or find another use for it. Do not worry, I will find a use for it in the house somewhere. Is this two little drawer system. So just the tags are still on it so the drawer doesn't pull out completely, otherwise I know I'm going to lose one in the house. But it was only $4.99, so it's pretty good. It's not very big, but I think it would be really good in the kitchen to put like the 2-minute noodles, or even in the bathroom to put like the soaps and other things like that. Actually, I think that this might end up going into the bathroom. So there you go. I knew that all along, did I not? The next thing I grabbed, which I'm super happy about, because now that I'm doing YouTube, I'm forever filming things, and it can be a real pain to carry around the big O-ring light. Plus mine recently broke, so I need to find a new one. But also, it's really hard to put the O-ring in certain positions, and the camera tilt doesn't always work. So when I saw this little tripod, I was super excited. The legs bend, and so you can move this around. But the brilliant thing is the price there, $2.99, but can you see that the original tag is still on it? So I have no idea how much originally this was, but basically I've gotten a brand new thing for $2.99. There is a attachment thing that I took off because I had to put it on top of the O-ring light for something. So it did come with the phone holder, but still overall $2.99 for this gadget. I'm looking forward to being able to use it in those weirder angles that you need the camera. The next thing I have to show you guys is a baking book that I got. It says I want to be a chef at baking. It was $4.99. But when I flipped through, there were just so many cute little things that I was like, oh, I'd love to make that. Oh, I'd love to make that. And I Google recipes all the time, and then I save them, and then I never end up getting around to baking them. And I stood there at the shelf, and I flipped through it, and I went, I don't want to buy a book. I put it back, and I looked at something else, and I came back to this book, and I flipped through it again, and I was like, oh no, I don't want to buy a book. I'm sure I can Google it. And I put it back, and I just had a look at some other things. I actually wasn't looking to buy, but I just like to look to spark my interest. Sometimes I'll take photos of things and go and Google it. And then I was like, oh, I just have to go back and see this book. I haven't come across a cookbook in a really, really long time that I want to buy. And so I picked this up. It was $4.99, but pretty much everything also that I got was Salvos, because we donate stuff before we go. We get a 20% voucher, so everything that I purchase is always 20% off. So I think that also put me across the line with saying, okay, it's okay to cook a cookbook. And literally every second recipe I was like, I'd make that, I'd make that, I'd make that. So this is also one of my goals for 2020, to actually bake some of the recipes and other things that I have in this house. The next thing I've got, which I have been again looking for quite a while, is a new purse. So I've got this black purse here. It's super skinny. It was only $2.99, again 20% off. But because moving into 2022, I'm looking at doing some budgeting and also doing some cash envelopes. So this being the perfect purse for me to be able to put cards and stuff down one side and then business things down the other, or my cash envelopes and things. So you will see this come into circulation very quickly when I move into my new budgeting system. My old purse is at its last legs. I've been using it for the past probably 5 years, I would think, and I actually bought it about 4 years before that and it sat safely in my cupboard drawer ever since. I bought it at the Gold Coast and said, I love it, I'm gonna have this one day as soon as my next purse runs out, and I bought it and I put it away. And then finally when my old purse died, because I used to have a lot of cards, and then I compacted it down to a smaller one so it would go in a little pocket or in a little side bag that I have, and now that's literally on its last legs. And now that I'm moving to cash envelopes, I want to have everything contained, and being a skinnier wallet, I'm hoping that this will do the job. Time will tell, but I am super happy with this purchase. The last thing I have to show you guys is clothing. So the first thing I have is this top, and I tried it on in the change room, so I'm going to show you a little footage of it here. And then I also got this top as well. I think from memory both of these were $3.99, so I've cut the tags off ever since. I also got this top for fitness, so it's green with some like mesh opening at the sides. It is mixed like an extra large. I'm pretty sure that the mix range was from Coles, but this was $1.99, so super cheap. I'm happy with that. Then I also got this t-shirt. I can't even read the label, it's pretty faded. So again, I just have this t-shirt for everyday use. There's a pocket on it, not that I'm going to use it. Again, it was $1.99. And then I got this dress, which was $9.99. It's from Moda, so I'm pretty sure that's the Kmart brand. Here's a little video of me wearing it. I know that it makes me look a little bit bigger on the camera and some of the angles aren't all that flattering, but I wanted to show you guys that it is a full length dress, so from shoulder to the floor basically, which I do like to wear longer dresses, being that I'm a bigger girl. I just feel that it flows overall. I pretty much have no general casual clothing. So to get a couple of pieces that I can wear outside of the house are good. I've come from being in corporate, from having my own business with Avon and then Mary Kay, and wearing a lot of their branded label clothing, and if I'm not in those, I'm usually in my Zumba or my activewear. And so having just some casual everyday clothing, I am planning on going through the cupboards and showing you guys what I do have as part of my no buy spend, because I'm not going to be buying any clothing because I find that I just don't go anywhere often enough, and what I have is sufficient. But I literally had nothing else to wear that wasn't a labeled shirt out in public, so I'm happy just to have a couple of casual tops. So there is everything for you guys, a couple of different little shops as I said, and different visits. Put it all together for you guys to show you the haul. Like I said before, it has been months and months and months since I have stepped inside a Salvos store. My life has just been so busy. I have just been focusing on other things, and also did try and start a little bit of a no buy in 2021. Went out the window, but 2022 we are committed. We're here, and we're gonna do it. I have been to other op shops for some research, especially for the back to basics, just looking for ideas and things that are out there. So that was really good to see, and I think that did stir up a little bit of I wonder what's at Salvos. I was desperately looking for some clothing, as I said, and because they have larger sizes there, that's why I went there. And I really was looking for some sort of ring light or this. I was very blessed to find this. I was just hoping for some other light or something like that. I have been watching this in Big W for months and months and months. It's like about $16.99, and was like, I'm just gonna put it on the wish list, and then when Christmas comes and someone's like, what do you want for Christmas, I'm gonna say this. So to find this for as cheap as what I did, brilliant. And as I said, I have been looking for this for months and months and months, so I do feel very blessed and lucky that I have been able to find the things. I can often go into op shops just to look, because I'm usually looking for something specific and sometimes researching and doing some different ideas and things. Or if I'm looking for set cake pan things, I got a square cake pan that you would have seen in a massive kitchen declutter. I was looking very specifically for that, and I got it for like $1.99, and I've used it constantly. So things like that I'm always on the look for and that I find, I make sure I use. So I'm committed to using the things that I have, absolutely. I also find some of the most amazing things in there for decorations for my Zumba classes. All of our Gatsby stuff that we did a couple of years ago, that was all from an op shop, and a lot of the decorations and things like that, usually they're super cheap and you can't get them in stores, as well as a lot of any plastic cups or spoons. If we have like little snack things at Zumba, then I have all of that there, which is fantastic, so I can get them super cheap. That's a business expense, but still, whatever I need, I can usually find it in an op shop, and I enjoy shopping. You probably know that about me, but yeah, I can walk away and go, I do it a lot with markdown shopping, or look at something and go, I don't always buy everything that I see, but it is what it is. So going into 2022, yes, again, we'll have to avoid Salvos for a couple of months. I definitely will have to avoid taking the children in there, because they always walk out with something. Books are huge in this house. I should be very blessed that my children love books and love reading, but we like to collect just to collect, I'm sure of it. So yeah, but either way, so that's my plan for 2022. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and let me leave a comment below if you love to go op shopping or thrift shops. Do you have a favorite store near you, and what is the most amazing thing that you found in an op shop? What is that one thing that you're like, if I could just find this thing, oh, it would be amazing. I'm sure that I still have a wish list a mile long. I think that's also why I go shopping, because it's a little bit of a challenge. Like, can I find this, and this? I think that's why I do it. Tell the universe that's what I want, and then when I find it, oh, I am super excited. Please subscribe to this channel, because we have lots more content to bring you. As I said, I wanted to sneak this in for 2021 so we can get a fresh start for 2022. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye!